Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Learn Polish with Advance. It's our lesson number 12. Tutaj Moni, and we continue today on the personal pronouns in the accusative case. But I'm going to introduce two more verbs. I'll explain in a second why I'm doing that, and we're going to practice the prepositions and accusative also on the most popular Polish names. So let me start with czekać na, our first new verb. This is not the video on conjugation, so don't worry too much about the fact that I'm introducing new verbs. I will cover conjugations very, very soon. For the purpose of that video, I just wanted I wanted you to know, to learn two more verbs in order to practice today. So, new verb, czekać na, to wait for, and you can see that I highlighted purposely the preposition na in yellow because we will use a slightly different version of a personal pronoun or personal pronouns in the accusative case when we deal with a verb that has a preposition after that. And czekać na, to wait for, is a great example for that. So therefore I introduced it today. So czekać na, to wait for, and in order to say I wait or I'm waiting for, you would use czekam. Czekam. So that means I wait or I'm waiting. Czekam na, for, and then if you wanted to say you, I'm waiting for you, you wouldn't use this version of the personal pronoun. You would use this one, the highlighted yellow one. So this, I tried to make it as visual as I could for you, so you can kind of link this preposition with the proper version of the personal pronoun. So you may remember from the yesterday's lesson we had I love you, right? Kocham cię, and as kocham, I love, or kochać, to love, doesn't have a preposition after that, we don't have to use that yellow form, yellow version if you like. We just use these ones. Right, but because czekać na has a preposition here, we need to use the yellow one. As you can see, the preposition mnie, so not the preposition, sorry, the personal pronoun mnie in accusative doesn't have a yellow version, which means that we just use that for both versions, with the preposition or without, kind of. It's just the one version of the personal pronoun. So once again, this personal pronoun doesn't have a second yellow version. Okay, but these four, ty, on, ona, ono lub to, have the alternative versions, and we will use that. So let's practice a little bit. So we've got 10 Polish names: Kasia, Marek, Jola, Ania, Wojtek, Michał, Ewa, Waldek, Marcin, and Beata. Okay, very, very popular names. And if we wanted to say, I'm waiting for Kasia, right? So I'm waiting for her, I'm using the name. I'm waiting for Kasia. I would have to change Kasia in accusative. Kasia is a name, but also it describes a person, in this case a female. So a changes into ę, as you know. So I'm waiting for Kasia, czekam na Kasię. But if you wanted to say I'm waiting for her, situation changes. She, right, with the yellow background, because I've got the preposition form, so the version for the personal pronoun on the yellow background is our preposition version. I would say czekam na nią. Czekam na nią. And nią is my preposition version for this personal pronoun in accusative. okay? And this is how we're going to practice every single name here. So, czekam na Kasię, czekam na nią, na nią. So let's look at the next name. This one, it's not feminine, it's masculine, Marek. So Marek is he, obviously. We would use this version of the personal pronoun and accusative. As you can see, it's niego, niego, niego. So go is the version without the preposition. Niego is the version with the preposition. So think about how would you say I'm waiting for Marek first. And notice, this is a hint, that we've got the ek ending here. Marek is a man, living person. So what would be the accusative version of that name? The right answer, you can stop the video if you want to think about it. The right answer is Marka, right? Reduction of ek to ka, kind of not reduction really, but we've got this reduction of e, but added a for the masculine living. So czekam na Marka, Marka, okay? But now I'm waiting for him would be czekam na niego, okay? Let's take another name. I'm waiting for Jola. Think about it. Czekam na Jolę. I'm waiting for her. Czekam na nią, right? Ania. I'm waiting for Ania. I'm waiting for her. Czekam na Anię. Czekam na nią. Na nią. Okay? Another tricky one. Wojtek. Wojtek. I'm waiting for Wojtek. I'm waiting for him. Czekam na Wojtka. Czekam na niego. Another one. Michał. Michał, masculine, a noun, masculine name as well. So, czekam na Michała. Czekam na niego. Ewa, another very popular female name, name for a female, rather. Czekam na Ewę. Czekam na nią. Another name, Waldek. Look at the ending. Czekam na Waldka. Czekam na niego. Marcin. Marcin. Another name, so let's do it. Czekam na Marcina. Czekam na niego. And the last one, I'm waiting for Beata. I'm waiting for her. Czekam na Beatę. Czekam na nią. Czekam na nią. Remember not to pronounce it as Beata. It's Beata in Polish. Beata. Beata. Okay? So once more. Czekam na Kasię. Czekam na nią. Czekam na Marka. Czekam na niego. Czekam na Jolę. Czekam na nią. Czekam na Anię. Czekam na nią. Czekam na Wojtka. Czekam na niego. Czekam na Michała. Czekam na niego. Czekam na Ewę. Czekam na nią. Czekam na Waldka. Czekam na niego. Czekam na Marcina. Czekam na niego. Czekam na Beatę. Czekam na nią. Right. Now let's do the second verb that we've got here in the poster. Znać. Znać means to know someone. Therefore, I put here two icon of two people. So to know people, znać, znać. And I know, znam, as I know someone. Znam, 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 znam. So, if you wanted to say, I know Kasia, you would again use accusative. But if you wanted to say, I know her, notice that this verb doesn't have a preposition. So you would no longer you would use the yellow form. You would go back to using the first one, right? So let's practice. I know Kasia, znam Kasię, I know her, znam ją, znam ją, okay? I know Marek, I know him, znam Marka, znam go, znam go. Can you see the difference? I know Jola, I know her once again. Znam Jolę, znam ją. I know Ania, I know her. Znam Anię, znam ją. Another name. Znam Wojtka, znam go. Znam Michała, znam go. Znam Ewę, znam ją. Znam Waldka, znam go. Znam Marcina, znam go. And the last but not least, znam Beatę, znam ją. So this is the difference, right? This is why we've got this other forms. Now, because we haven't practiced cię, ciebie, and we also haven't practiced, we haven't practiced je, nie either, and we haven't practiced mnie, let's do a couple of sentences, a few sentences, if you don't mind. Do you remember how to say in Polish I like? Lubię. Do you remember what's the second person singular version of it? You like. That's the answer. Lubisz. Lubisz. That's our second conjugation, isn't it? So if you wanted to ask somebody, do you like me? You would just raise the intonation. You would say, you like me? That's how we ask questions in Polish. We would say, you like me? So let's do that. Let's just start with this verb and then add the proper personal pronoun. So, lubisz mnie? Lubisz mnie? Do you like me? Lubisz mnie? Now think about the word for a child. Do you remember? That's the answer. Dziecko. Dziecko. Think about how would you say I'm waiting for a child and then I'm waiting for him or her, but you would have to use this third person singular neuter it in Polish, right? So how would you say I'm waiting for a child, I'm waiting for it? Czekam na dziecko. No change in accusative as this is a neuter noun, do you remember? But then preposition version of my personal pronoun would be czekam na nie. Czekam na nie. Czekam na nie. How about I like beer. Do you remember the word for beer? That's the answer. Piwo. Lubię piwo. Now, I like it. Piwo in Polish, neuter noun, right? Also, it's it, right? It's not feminine, it's not masculine, it's neuter, right? Neuter is here. Now, this is our masculine, feminine, neuter. So, I like it would be lubię je, right? Lubię je. So once again, on, he corresponds with the masculine nouns. Ona, she corresponds with feminine nouns. Ono, to corresponds with neuter nouns like dziecko or piwo. Okay, let's once more at the end of this lesson practice czekać na and znać. Stop the video, pause it if you need to do that. I'll try not to be too quick and not to be too slow, but I'm going to do I'm waiting for, and I'm going to give a name. Then I'm going to I know this particular name, and then I'm going to say I'm waiting for her and I know her. Okay, so we kind of practice still the third person singular, him and her, if you like, but we've got a little bit more information in this lesson. So let's start. Czekam na Kasię. Znam Kasię. Czekam na nią. Znam ją. Czekam na Marka. Znam Marka. Czekam na niego. Znam go. Czekam na Jolę. Znam Jolę. Czekam na nią. Znam ją. Czekam na Anię. Znam Anię. Czekam na nią. Znam ją. Czekam na Wojtka. Znam Wojtka. Czekam na niego. Znam go. Czekam na Michała. Znam Michała. Czekam na niego. Znam go. Czekam na Ewę. Znam Ewę. Czekam na nią. Znam ją. Czekam na Waldka. Znam Waldka. Czekam na niego. Znam go. Czekam na Marcina. Znam Marcina. Czekam na niego. Znam go. Czekam na Beatę. Znam Beatę. Czekam na nią. Znam ją. I hope this explains a little bit more about personal pronouns and the difference between the verb with the preposition and without. This was the purpose of this video, of this lesson. Next weekend, I'm going to introduce... let's do the difference between znać and wiedzieć, because in Polish we've got two verbs to express to know. So let's do the difference and let's practice with that a little bit. So znać versus wiedzieć next week. So a little bit more conversational rather than grammatical. We already know accusative. So I hope this will be another step in learning a little bit more about Polish grammar and Polish itself. Dziękuję bardzo. Thank you very much for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, please just leave them in a comment below. I will try to answer, and I will hear you next weekend. Thank you very much. Dziękuję. Bye.